Hey everybody, before I get into the passage for this week's video, I just want to talk to you about a few things. I'll try my best not to make this strung out and long and super long, but there's just some things that I'd like to talk to you guys about. First off, I'm just sorry that there wasn't a video or other kind of engagements like the challenge and other ways that I reach out to you guys throughout the week last week. Because of how busy I was with the teen community camp that we were able to put on. I had a lot of fun at it. It was a really good opportunity for those that were there, and if you didn't see, you can find the video on Facebook of me doing a hot sauce challenge with Pastor Jonathan and Pastor Jason. We made it through the whole way to the ghost pepper challenge, or the ghost pepper. But it wasn't easy. So if you can find that video, that's a little treat for you today. But I've tried to make this video a few times, and I don't want to keep trying. I do have some ideas in my head that I want to get across, but I also just want to be real with you because I believe that you deserve that. And as Pastor Brian has encouraged me these last couple of weeks, is that I need to be real with you guys about some things, and as he was with the whole church, I believe 2 weeks ago, of his struggles and the feelings that this pandemic has put on us. We're not immune to it. I'm not immune to it, and that must mean that you're not immune to it either. So with everything, the thing that I want to remind everybody is that I am here for you. And even though we're not able to meet in person every week, I still want to be able to engage with you, to answer questions, to encourage you, to challenge you, just the same way as I was able to do in the past when we were meeting weekly. Just the format has had to change. If I can get that out. The format has had to change, and we had to move to online. We missed that face-to-face interaction that some people work out a little bit better, but we have to adapt to the circumstances that we're in. And that hasn't been easy, and I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry that is maybe more of a barrier or a hurdle for you. As much as I want us to be able to be back in the same place, be able to meet each week for all of this just to go away. But that's not the reality that we're in right now. And I want to remind you of something that I challenged you guys with the first week that I posted a video. The first video that I posted, actually, I believe, was to carry on the conversation. I can only do so much, and I feel like I'm burning the candle at both ends. I love everything that I'm doing. I'm thankful for the opportunities that I have to do these things, but it is hard. It's hard sometimes. And we can talk about more of that later. That's not what this is about. What this is about is I'm hoping that these videos, that these challenges, that the ways that I'm engaging with you online and in person every other week, depending on, are reaching you, that you are engaging with them, and that it is making a difference. And I don't know if I'm just in my own negative headspace, but I personally feel that it hasn't as much. And it may be part of the barrier that online has. It may just be me not doing enough. But I hope that I can be better and help encourage you and be there for you. And that the ways that I can do that, I am open to any and every idea that you have. I am open to parents. If you're watching this, I'm open to those ideas as well. I will be reaching out to parents this week via email and letting them know kind of where I'm at and seeing what ways I can better connect with you guys. And I hope that we can move together forward. That when we do schedule Zoom meetings, that people show up, that when we do have in-person youth group gatherings, that people who are ready to come back are able to come back, and that our relationship with God isn't being put on the back burner just because church and youth group, as it's been in the past, has been canceled. I am going to try to be better, and I encourage you guys to be better with me. I think that's enough of that. If you have questions about that, please talk to me. I hope this comes across clearly. I don't want to guilt trip you in anything that I do. I don't want this to be, watch these videos, come out to youth group if you're able to jump on Zoom because you feel bad for me. That's not what I'm doing this for. That's not why I'm being vulnerable and talking to you guys about this and laying it out on the open. It's that I care, that I want to do my best to be able to point you towards Jesus. This isn't about me. This is about you and your relationship with Him. It's the reason why I make these videos. It's the reason why youth pastors in the area came together to put on this camp. It's the reason why I continue to do what I'm doing, and that I want to better myself and reach you in new ways that are engaging and beneficial for you. So if you have questions, if you have ways you think I could be doing this better, please let me know. I will take any and every criticism. I will take any and every idea and work it out and see what works for everyone. Also, if you just need me for anything else, if you have any questions, if you just want to talk privately, please just reach out to me. I'm here, and I want to be here for you, and that's my goal in doing everything. So I think that's long enough. If you've been watching these videos recently, the one thing that I've been wrestling with is this idea of love. I hit on the same passage 2 weeks in a row of talking about love. And if you know me, you know where I'm going to hit in this passage today. The passage that we're going to be in is in 1 Corinthians 13. This is known as the love chapter in the Bible, because it talks directly about love. You hear this all the time, whether it be in movies, it is quoted a bunch. And one of the places, and if you know my stance on this, you hear this at weddings, but this will not be a part of my wedding, because the love that is shared here, yes, it has to do with a love for a husband and wife and the kind of love that I will have for Natalie, and I do have for Natalie, but it also encapsulates all of the love that we as Christians are to have with people. And I'm just going to read the first 3 verses. I encourage you to read the entire chapter in your own time, because it is only 13 verses. So you can gain stuff out of it, and you probably may have it memorized or know the main gist of it all. But the main passage, the main idea is what I want to get from the first 3 verses, and it says, "If I speak in the tongues of men and of angels, but have not love, I am a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. And if I have prophetic powers and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have faith, and if I have all faith, so as to remove mountains, but not have love, I am nothing. If I give away all I have and deliver it up my body to be burned, but do not have love, I gain nothing." I think that's what I'm trying to hit on, is that I've been wrestling with this idea of love, of that if we're going to be Christians, if we're going to be Christ followers, we need to put love into practice. And if we don't have that kind of love, where we're genuinely caring about people, especially through this pandemic, if we're not tangibly caring about their well-being, about their stance in eternity of their relationship with Jesus Christ, then we can do all these great things. We can put on all these great events. We can meet together. We can come back to church. We can watch church online. We can do all these new and inventive ways to have church and to have youth group and to do all of these things for and what we think are or for God. But if we don't have that genuine Christian love, that unconditional love that is mentioned in here in the original language of what love is translated into, if we don't have that kind of unconditional love that God has given us through the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ, if we're not giving that to people around us, then we're no better than background music. Then we're no better than substanceless music that has no focus, that people don't pay attention to. That we're not going to make that much. That we're not going to make much of a difference. We can have all these great things. We can be the most eloquent speaker. We can be the most reaching church. We can be the most welcoming youth group. We can have all these great things. But if we don't have that love of Jesus, then we're nothing. So then the next couple of verses talk about what exactly this love looks like. And you've heard it before, love is patient, love is kind, all these different things. And that's why I want you to read through this. And as you read through this week, I want you to stop and to write down all the definitions, all of what love is in these things. Write a list that love is patient, that love is kind, that is not envious, that is not arrogant, all these different things. And then on the other side of that paper that you write things down, I want you to put a check mark on those things where you can say without a doubt that you love people that way. That you are patient with the people that you love. That you are kind to the people that you love. That you love. That you're not envious of those people. And if you can, that's super great. That is awesome. More power to you. Keep going at it. But for the ones that you have on that list that don't have a check mark next to them, I want you to go out of your way this week and to find ways where you can love someone in that particular circumstance, in that way. That, I'm not patient with my parents or with my siblings. How can I be patient with them this week? That I am not rude with people. That with the different ways that I'm posting online or the ways that I'm interacting with people online. Whatever those circumstances, whatever that may be, if you're not loving someone in that way, my encouragement to you this week is to find ways to love people that way. To stand out, to make a difference, to show people that love of Jesus that makes them stop and question what makes them different. Just go ahead, read through this week. Be reminded that I do love you guys. And I hope that I can model these things for you. Even through a screen, even in the different ways that we interact throughout the week. If you have any questions, if you want to read through this, if you have anything, please reach out to me. Have a great week, guys.